Having big decisions here for the government.
Very much so, Colette, and the gravity of those decisions only highlighted by the Virgin Media Television opinion poll earlier this week, showing that pretty much everybody in the public is still feeling the pinch when it comes to the cost of living, and that of course is very acute when it comes to motorists. Now, the forecourt that we're at here this lunchtime, only a stone's throw from the M50, currently charging €1.78.9 a litre for diesel. That is 30 to 35 cent lower than the peak last year, and it is a price which has been broadly stable, although rising in the last couple of weeks, and it is likely to rise further in the coming weeks because of the expiry of temporary cuts on excise duty. Those temporary cuts were introduced last year by the government, 15 cent a litre on diesel, 20 cent on unleaded, to try and help people get through the worst of the excesses of the cost of living crisis. But they are due to expire at the end of February. There is no decision yet on whether they will be renewed in whole or in part. And today we've been speaking to Kevin McPartland, the Chief Executive of Fuels for Ireland. That's the umbrella group representing forecourt operators. He says that if those excise cuts come back in one fell swoop overnight, there could be a situation where there are significant supply shortages across the country.
If the public were to be told that there will be an increase of 20 cent per litre of petrol, 15 cent per litre on diesel on any given night, you can expect a large proportion of consumers to try and stock up in advance of that. And that is likely to mean queues in petrol stations, and it could mean that individual stations run out of fuel. That's a real problem.
Now, there are divisions within government as to the extent of what the government can renew. There are some who believe that the cost of living crisis remains acute and that all of these excise cuts should be rolled over. But there are others who believe that it simply isn't sustainable to continually subsidise the use of fossil fuels when the country is trying to go green. The government due to make decisions on this front in the coming weeks.
All right, Gavin, thanks very much for that update.